What's up, everybody? Jerry with Dippin' Up Trading here for another video. Tonight, we're going to be talking for the first of, I want to say, 3 or 4 tickers that we're going to be discussing this evening. The first of which is going to be AMC. Today on the day, AMC finished green in the intraday at $48.52. In the after hours, up another 0.27%. Currently, right now, we are trending on this RSI level. We are trending towards that 70-point range, which over the last pretty much the whole intraday, we were bouncing off that 70-point mark. And then we wouldn't really get below very often around 45, 46 points or so on that RSI. So definitely something good to see in terms of some strength that we've been seeing. I would say, just based on where we're at right now, we have a level of resistance around 48.69 that I'd like to see us break through for the intraday tomorrow. Now, that being said, because we had such a pretty massive run up today after we retraced, here, let me jump over to the 1 hour. Actually, let me go one step further. And as you guys know, if you haven't watched my videos before, I kind of live and die by the Fibonacci retracement. So if we do have any kind of sell-off tomorrow, expect it to be around this range here. And again, I'd say give or take probably 10-15 cents from this mark. Because AMC does tend to follow that Fibonacci retracement zone, especially when we don't get a clean break. Now, again, this is kind of worst case what I'm thinking, but just like to prepare, the viewers out there if you're kind of wondering what your next step should be. Moving on, let me jump over to ORTEX. So ORTEX on the day. So AMC had a net borrow change of negative 3.71 million shares returned on the day. So didn't really have a whole lot of shares borrowed versus what was returned. Now, again, with the way that the shares on loan is still teetering around that 118 million share mark, I honestly think that the shares that were returned weren't even necessarily shorted into the market. I think they were just being held, and whoever was holding them got sick of paying that cost of borrow rate, and then they just returned them. Otherwise, I feel like that shares on loan would have dropped pretty dramatically if they were returning the legal short positions per se. So the rest of the rest of the stats real quick. So just let me read through these. So exchange reported short interest was 92.42 million. The estimated short interest of the free float is currently just under 19%. The percent of free float on loan, is 23.14%. Utilization still up, just under 92% there. So again, keep in mind that utilization, we like to see it. Me personally, I like to see it anywhere over 95%, because it's just going to raise that cost to borrow fee, and it's just going to continue to make the stock hard to borrow. So let me jump from there, because again, this is just going to be a really quick video. I'm going to jump over to Stonko Tracker for you guys. So Stonko Tracker, AMC. So currently, as it sits right now with where we closed today, we have just under 65,000 calls expiring in the money tomorrow. If we can close above $50, or if we can close at $50 tomorrow, that's going to add another 32,000 calls that will expire in the money tomorrow. Now, that would give us pretty much right around 10 million shares, close to 11 million shares, that potentially would be failed to deliver upon. So definitely something that's, in my opinion, kind of a substantial number. So I would like to see a push towards 50 tomorrow. The shares available to borrow currently is 450,000 at a cost of borrow rate of 1.2%. And then the ETF shares available are just over 23,000. Now, in terms of dark pool percentage, now again, this is going to be based on what was traded yesterday. So yesterday, the short percentage was 47.1% of the volume, and then 400 million 400 million shares were short exempt, and then that dark pool percentage was over 60% again. I don't think I've seen us below 60% for, quite some time. I mean, we've been below 61% once over the last month. So over the last pretty much 20 some odd trading days, we've been under 61% of the dark pool one time. So that should be something that's pretty substantial and eye-opening for you guys. That'll pretty much wrap it up for AMC. Again, I would like to see us continue to run tomorrow. Ideally, if we can break over 49.50, I mean, seeing $50, especially if we can get a clean break over, it wouldn't really surprise me in the least bit. However, I personally like to err on the side of caution, especially when it comes to something that's so heavily manipulated like AMC. So just keep an eye on that retracement zone as well, or even I'd say a few cents below that. So that'll wrap it up for this one. Hit that like, smash the subscribe. You guys know what to do. If you have any comments, drop in that comment section below, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks.